So Move Bumper sent us this pre-runner kit and we're gonna put it on the Duramax. Am I allowed to get up now? So this is my present and we're gonna open it. Yup. Oh, they sprayed that in. That's cool. That's pretty sweet actually. They sprayed in. To start, you gotta take your grill off and your bumper off. So, on these Chevys, it's clips. There we go. Put that safe out of the way. So get yourself one of these cordless impacts. They're fantastic. I brought mine from work and we're going to take this bumper off. So this is what happens when you drive into a deer at 100 miles an hour. Just kidding. I just took my bumper and grill off. Now we're going to put the mounts on. So I put the grill back in just to match it up and figure out where everything goes. So these brackets go in where your tow hooks went, so you have to remove the tow hooks. One on each side. Then these go on top, and we're going to reuse the bolts that we're holding our tow hooks in. Don't want them quite tight, so you're going to have to line everything up yet. You got to get your own bolts that will go through here. Put those right through the frame. Run those almost tight. And we're gonna have to get some stands out to mock this up, but it all fits together real nice. So we'll get the stands now. So this is our centerpiece of our Move bumper, and the key with these bumpers I've noticed is these need to be centered, and you got to make sure. We've got our square magnet and everything to make sure it's all good. Clips in nice down here on the bottom. We've got our jack stands on our grate bushels. So Mike's just grabbed me another magnet so we can make sure both sides are square at the same time, and then we'll start our first couple tack welds to make sure. Make sure you start with tack welds as well. You can always grind off a tack weld and fix it and straighten it out if it's not quite square. We just got some new, same stuff we had on it, wire. Feel it vibrating.
Is it stuck at the tip?
Stuck in the tip. Oh yeah, disconnecting your batteries wouldn't hurt, just to make sure you don't wreck anything in the computer. Measure twice, weld once. So I was trying to line this up, and it just doesn't line up how I like it. So we can't put this in any farther, because that's just where the frame is. And this is centered with the frame. So we're just going to trim this back just 1/8 of an inch or so, and then try to fit this up again. I just want everything to fit tight so that when I go to weld it, I can get a solid weld every single time. That looks beautiful. Anywho, we need to weld that up solid first, so we're just going to put a couple more welds on there. As you can see, I removed the grill. I don't want to splatter my color matched grill. So now we'll continue on. A lot of guys put blankets over the lights just to make sure they don't get splattered on that, but I don't have a blanket right now, so we'll just try to keep the splatter to a minimum. I'm no professional welder. It's a DIY kit, and I guarantee you if you know how to use a welder relatively well, you can build this bumper. Having a buddy is #1 for these bumpers. They can help you hold it in line, and then you tack weld it, measure, and make sure everything's straight. I've also got one of these little welding triangles in behind just to help get the angle there. This is why you do tack welds. So we've got that side tacked in place and part of a bead down the front. Now we're going to start this side so that once we get both sides tacked into place so that they aren't going to move and solid like this one over here is. I'll just show you that it's solid. It ain't going nowhere. Then once we have that, we can put it on the ground and just weld it up solid inside and out, just so that we know nothing's going to move around while it's on the ground. So let's do her.
Something's way off.
So these kits are pretty much, you line it up, you weld it. I'm trying to keep it in as close to the body as I can, and as well as I'm trying to make it come out to match with my flares a little bit. So that's why I'm modifying this panel a little bit. You shouldn't have to if you go by how they would install it. Now I'm going to weld the back sides of these. There's a lot of welding. Snack break while the welder cools down, and these are sour hot wires, blue raspberry candy, and they're really hard. It's also a straw. Putting the bumper back on to test fit it. You know, it's all fabbed up and fabulous. Something on this bottom bracket here moved a little bit when it was on the ground, so it's not fitting perfect. It's pushing the light up here. So we're gonna yank that bolt back out, put it back on the ground, just cut the welds a little bit, and we just need to separate a little bit and we can re-weld it. I used washers to make it perfect. I have a stack for your Kubota.
Stack for the welder.
So we started with cutting 2 inches off, and we ended up cutting another inch off, and then an inch on both sides to make this go nice.
That's because we don't measure.
And then we got my die grinder and the blending wheel, and started wearing this down so that this will sit even with both of those. It won't be way out. And then I marked down halfway between where this bend starts to the top of the light bar. So we're gonna put it halfway there. And then I measured half an inch in, half an inch in, so that we can center it side to side. And now I'm gonna hold it while Mike tackles both sides. So that way, when it's crooked, it's my fault. Straight. So now we're going to take the bumper off again and weld the bottom of this up good and weld that bracket up completely tight because we didn't finish that. We put some good tacks on, that's it. And then weld in the part for the light bar. And then it's time to clean everything up and send the bumper to paint. So we're going to get the most of this weld cleaned up with the grinding wheel, and then I have my die grinder with a fine sanding wheel. So we're going to do that. One-inch high tensile.
That looks too big.
Galv shackle.
Too big.
Too big. We need one size
Got
smaller.
Got a downsize,
Josh, I think you should definitely get this.
7/8. That's the one we need, probably, because that 1 inch is just too big.
Yeah, that's close.
That's what we want.
He'll like her.
So it has come to my attention that that has a lot of extra play in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that in and measure how much pipe I need. I'm gonna put a little piece of pipe on both sides and center this, so that way the shackle doesn't move side to side. So it looks like we'll need about 1/2 inch. Officially, this piece of pipe is supposed to go here. It's supposed to go on the bumper, but it's a multi-purpose pipe, and the shackle pin just fits into it. So we're gonna chop little pieces off of it to use on it because it's DIY and it's customizable. So I guesstimated that it's 1 inch and it's right on 1 inch. So we'll cut 4 1/2-inch pieces and we'll weld one on each side of each of these metal triangles with a hole in it, and then we'll weld them on. I'll be back in a jiffy, gotta go roll some coal. Okay, so I got the bumper all welded up, and now Wayne, remember back in the first gen days, he was the guy that knew how to weld and we didn't. Insert clip here. Hi guys, so my name's Josh, that's Johnny, that's Mike. We just bought this Dodge Cummins W350. Anyways, he thinks he can do a nice job with welding, so let's see what he can do. off some light bar from aux beam, and we're gonna put it in the bumper now. So I quickly bolted these brackets on the end, just loose, so you can move them. We're gonna use some little shims that are supposed to be in the bumper to make it look beautiful. We're gonna center the light bar, and then we're gonna tack weld these brackets, take the light bar back out, and weld this on, and then that's just the finishing touches, and then this bumper's off to paint. We take the light bar out and we weld those up solid, and then this thing goes for paint. So I fit in the back of my car, so why wouldn't the bumper fit? Oh wait, I need to put my tools back in. It'll be painted in 15 seconds, guys. So we're back, but we got a slight problemo. So the problem is that some of our wedlas, after they blasted it, hardly exist anymore. I need to move the front seat. That one's good. That one's good. And those were the two that he was really happy about. But then where he went over top of these, there's none of his weld left. So we're gonna use this flappy wheel thing. Too much welding. So remember these pieces that Move sent me for my front bumper? Well, they make good stacks. So just stack the Duramax. Well, I'll be back in a minute this time. Hopefully it's done right. Took it right off the line. The front looks good. So here's our Cross Series 2 light bar that's going in here from Auxbeam. A video on the full install will be down in the description. We totally didn't scratch the truck.
Really good work at a station for you and your entire family.
These look pretty good how they are, but we're going to paint them bright red to match the lip.